Good morning, tablers, and welcome back into the Farm2Table Show morning edition. It is good to see each and every one of you today. Today's topic, the new American dream, land, liberty, and local living. Forget white picket fences and corporate ladders. Today's dream is soil under your nails, food on your land, and freedom from the grid. That's right. This week is Freedom Week. And if yesterday's episode reminded us that freedom starts at home, then today we're going to talk about what freedom feels like when you start to really live it. Let me ask you something. What is the American dream today? If you ask the average person, they might still give you that old postcard answer. A nice house with a white picket fence, a decent job with benefits, maybe a couple of cars in the garage, retire at 65, cruise once a year, maybe that backyard grill set up with a flag waving in the breeze. But if you're listening to this show, you've probably realized that version of the American dream is broken. It's not just overpriced. Honestly, it's underwhelming, it's trapped, it's vulnerable. And let's be real honest, it's not working for most people anymore. Because what good is a job with benefits when inflation is eating your paycheck? What good is a house in the suburbs if the grid goes down? And what good is a retirement plan when your food comes from 1,500 miles away and your kids can't even boil water? We need a new dream, a dream that matches the reality we're waking up to, a dream that's not based on consumption, but on capacity, a dream that doesn't require you to climb a ladder that leads nowhere, but invites you to plant your feet deep into something real. So today I want to offer you a new vision, not from Wall Street and certainly not from Washington, but from the dirt, from the roots, from the local communities rising like yeast in a bowl that's been still for too long. This is the new American dream: land, liberty, and local living. Let's get into it. Absolutely. Let's get right into that this morning. All right, here we go. The Modern Homesteaders' Wealth, Redefining Success. You want to know who the wealthiest people in America are? It's not the ones with the most zeros in their bank accounts. It's the ones who don't panic when the power goes out. It's the ones who eat like kings from their own backyard. It's the ones who have neighbors they can count on and who count on them. You see, real wealth isn't just money. Real wealth, it's resilience. And when we talk about the new American dream, we're talking about measuring success in a completely different way. Let me throw some things at you. If you can produce 50% of your own food, you're more secure than someone making six figures and relying entirely on the grocery store. If you've got five trusted neighbors, you're richer in community than most entire city blocks. And if you've got a wood stove, a garden, and a few chickens, and know how to repair what breaks, my friends, you're living freer than most people with four credit cards and a leased car. The problem with the old dream was it was all about getting things. It was all about getting more. The new dream, it's about growing. And not just food, but capacity, connection, and courage. We're not here to accumulate stuff. We're here to cultivate strength. So if you felt like you're failing because your life doesn't look like the highlight reel of American consumerism, take heart, my friends. You're not failing. You're actually freeing. So, land as liberty. Why owning dirt? That beats owning stock. Land, that's the new gold. Not digital assets, not stock portfolios. Land. Let me tell you, they ain't making any more of it. But just as an investment, land is a launch pad, not just an investment. When you own land, even a small plot, you own potential. You own the ability to grow, to build, and to reclaim that tiny slice of sovereignty. Because land, my friends, isn't just dirt, it's destiny. You can store beans and rice in a pantry, but when you store seeds in your soil, you're creating wealth that multiplies every season. You can buy food from a store, but when you produce it yourself, you cut that cord of dependency. You can make money on Wall Street, sure enough, but you can only make legacy on your own land. Now, that doesn't mean you need 100 acres and a tractor. While that's nice, It means you start with what you have, be that a raised bed, a borrowed backyard, a sunny windowsill, and a will to grow something. The American dream isn't about having more, it's about needing less, and especially needing less from systems that don't really care if you make it or not. And the best place to start is in the dirt. So let's look at the rise of local living, why bartering, backyard skills, and community are the new economy. It's not just a parallel economy anymore, it's the new way to do things. Because the old economy, it says buy more, get more, you need more stuff. The new economy says let's build something together. Local living is coming back, not because it's trendy, but because, frankly, it's necessary. We're watching supply chains wobble, prices spike, and trust in national systems evaporate. So, what's rising in its place? I'll tell you what is: local farms feeding local families, neighborhood bartering and backyard trading, skills over services, because knowing how is better than Googling how. I will pause. Google and YouTube, great for learning how to do some things if you don't know how. Good there, but what happens when they're not there? That's the question. But we'll get to that later. Anyway, real relationships where a handshake means something again. If you want to step into the new American dream, you're going to need community. Not codependency, but cooperation. We're seeing families who never thought they'd homestead now building chicken coops and sourdough starters. We're seeing empty lots turned into neighborhood gardens. We're seeing people trade eggs for firewood, goat milk for bread, and labor for lumber. This isn't a fad, it's a return to the kind of life that actually works. And here's a kicker: the more local you live, the less control anyone else has over you. Friends, that's freedom. That's the dream. I want to talk to you for just a minute about a family who walked away from that old dream. Okay. 3 years ago, they were living what most people would call the dream. Good jobs, nice neighborhood, fast food twice, 3 times a week, streaming subscriptions, all the things, soccer practice, travel ball. But they were drowning. They were drowning in stress. They were drowning in bills and in a life that never honestly felt like theirs. Then 2020 hit. And like many, something cracked, something broke, and it opened up something inside of them. They started growing herbs and vegetables. Then they got a couple of backyard rabbits, and well, then that old gateway drug the chickens. They learned how to can. They learned how to sew, to fix things instead of replacing things. And then the big move. They sold the house, bought a few acres outside of town, and began rebuilding their life one project at a time. And today, they live mostly off grid. Their kids will help with chores before breakfast. They eat like royalty, honestly, from their own land. And they're not rich by the world's standards, but they've never felt wealthier. And you know what they say when people ask if it was worth it? They say we didn't downsize, we upgraded. We traded stress for sweat, and we've never felt more alive. Folks, that's what the new American dream looks like. That can be all of our stories. So I'm going to talk to you today about 5 ways to begin living the new American dream. Now, you don't have to sell everything and move to the woods tomorrow, although it was a nice move. But you can start living the new American dream today. So here are 5 real actionable steps. Grow something, anything, just like we talked about in the 7 steps to self-reliance. Start growing something, even if it's just a pot of lettuce. Start the cycle. That first step is the important step. Find a local farmer or a market and just shift one grocery purchase a week to a local source. Start a barter exchange. Maybe offer something, trading out labor, trading out something you have for something they have. Simple barter and exchange. Maybe you learn a skill, or teach a skill if you already. Break that dependency loop and share what you know. And then rethink your needs. Start asking, can we make this? Can we fix this? Can we do this together? You're not just prepping, you're reclaiming. A new dream that's worth building. This land we call America wasn't built on policies. It was built on people. Hardworking, God-fearing, community-minded, dirt under the nails people. But somewhere along the way, we swapped that for comfort, for ease, We've gotten soft, we've gotten dependent, and we've certainly gotten distracted. But the tide is turning, and people like you, you're leading the charge. You're not chasing the old dream, you're building a new one that can't be bought or borrowed, one that can't be shut down or outsourced. Land, liberty, local living. The new American dream isn't for sale, it's for sowing, for sharing, and for sustaining. And it all starts with you. Good morning, everybody. I uh, uh, hope that hit, hope that landed. Good morning, tablers. It is good to see each and every one of you. The chat has been active. It started well before even the rooster crowed this morning. So it is live, Ryan, today. Glad to see you all. And it is also, well, it's roll call time. So let's get into roll call, and then we'll come back and kind of hash out, see what the chat had to say about all this. All right. Well, Cody was in first this morning. Good morning, Code Man. Good to see you, buddy. Uh, Scotty said, "Good morning, tablers. Lights on. Everything all set." I heard about Douglas. Scotty. I don't know. Have to keep that guy under control. Hope he wasn't any trouble. LOL. Well, time to wake up, Johnny. I like that. And I love the scripture. Thank you for that. Lamentations, chapter 3, verse 22 through 23. Because the Lord's faithful love, we do not perish. His mercies never end. They are new every morning. Great is your faithfulness. That is right. Thank you, Scotty. Good morning, Jeff. Good to see you, buddy. And yes, I understand. Jeff said last week of lives, sad. I agree. And I know you're out and about in the woods on Sunday, but as Scotty answered, we are going to Saturday mornings due to my work schedule and some other things. And well, Jeff, I tell you, join a few, become a part of the replay crew. You can always go back and watch it later. It's not the same, I know. I know it's not the same, but and we hate it. That's a part of it. We hate. It was the toughest part of the decision was giving up the routine, giving up those who are used to us being there and able to make it. And we certainly have loved having you in there. Let's see. Good morning, Joy Bartlett. Glad to see you in this morning. Bro is up and at it. Good morning, Robbie. Glad to see you in as well. Let's see. Who else we got here? Boy, everybody's good morning. And her name is, let's see. All right. Good morning, Tracy. Glad to see you in here. Let's see. Inflation is just another word for tax. That's, uh, anyway, there we go. And yeah, well, there we go. I got Memorex ran again today, only due to the 30-minute notification. I don't know what happened there. I scheduled it last night, Scotty. I don't know, but hey, that's okay. Let's see. Lifestyles of the poor and infamous. Bro's got the one-liners coming in this morning. Uh, uh, anyway, is Mr. Terry running late this morning? No, Code Man, it is Tuesday. Terry has Bible study on Tuesday mornings, so he will not be with us today. Good morning, Janet Neese. Good to see you out listening while working. Awesome. That is perfect. Scotty, not all dirt is created equal. That is correct. But let's see. Here we go. Let's see what Tim and Trey wanted out when we first got married. I thought I had to be 5 minutes from stores. If only I would have known at 20 what I know now. Young people think about this seriously. Good stuff right there, Tracy. Very good stuff. And uh, but yeah, it's a different thing when you move away from convenience. That's for sure. But man, uh, yeah, nobody to tell you what to do when you did it on your own. That's right. Oh, let's see. Whether you fail or succeed, it's all on you. Let's take Elton John? Question mark. Okay, and let's see. Da, 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 da. Uh, anyway, da, 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 da. So okay, we're caught up there. Bro's handling the chat. Well, anyway, roll call complete. Glad to see that working out for everybody. Let me get this over here where I can see what I need to be seeing. Anyway, that's what I forgot to do in my preparation this morning. I can fix that real quick. I don't know about y'all. I've been having this weird mix of weather. It has been hot and it has been cold, or not cold, but wet. I mean, like pop up thunder showers and everything. It has been uh, nuts. And let's see. We'll see if we can pull this off. Let's see. We're going to go over here and we're going to share a screen. We're going to go to YouTube. We're going to go to share, and then I'm going to.
Well, good morning, Rednecks. It is 69 degrees this morning, July the 1st, 2025. We got a 6-mile-an-hour north-northwest wind. Feels like it's 72 degrees. The dew point is 68 degrees, and we are going to get to 85 today. God bless y'all. We'll see you again tomorrow. Well, good morning.
All right. Well, there's Jack and the Redneck Weather Report. Very good. Very good. Nice to know that Jack's got similar weather out there. And anyway, so meanwhile, back to Jeff said I'm 25 minutes to a store. Yeah, I'm not quite that far, but I'm a good I'm probably 10 minutes, depending on how you drive. But I'm probably a good 10 minutes and from a store. And not as far sometimes as I'd like to be, but far enough, and definitely a lot better than I used to be. I used to be less than a mile to the world's largest retailer and several other places, and surrounded by interstate and houses. And I have to admit, I don't miss that very much. So yeah, it's that's a good thing about moving out. Um, so we were talking about that, the dream of land, and I realized that. Let's see. Tracy said, let's see where we got here. Pop up storm yesterday. The rain was crazy hard. Looked like it was raining sideways. We've been having that quite a bit down here as well. I mean, just driving along and all of a sudden, I mean, the clouds move in and there's a storm. Yeah. Jeff said 80, upper 80s pop up storms. I think we're all kind of in that same weather pattern right now, which is bizarre, but uh, I'll take upper 80s on the 1st of July compared to the 105 that maybe, later. But anyway, so yeah, having even just the smallest piece of land. And I was looking through last night. We're going to talk about Ozarks Homesteading Expo coming up here pretty soon in first weekend of September. Um, but I did notice that Greg Judy is going to be at the Ozarks Homesteading Expo this year. They were finally able to get the schedules lined up for him to be there. Um, and for those who don't know, and I'm not as familiar as with him as Keith is, but one thing I know is that he has shown how to do things without actually owning land, by leasing land from people, by taking land people have they're not using, leasing it from them, and going in there and growing and raising cattle and etc. on mostly leased land, and how that's beneficial in a lot of ways. But anyway, just a totally cool idea and approach to having access to land, even though you by yourself may not own it outright, but you have access, you have a relationship, and which is what it's all about anyway, is relationship. And we've talked in the past, you find somebody who maybe had a garden and they just can't do it anymore. They just don't have it in them to do it physically or whatever. And you take that garden spot over, that's a way to have access to land and dirt and growing things for yourself that maybe you didn't have before. So that's, believe me, this year I wish I would have known my neighbor wasn't going to use his spot. I might have would have considered it. And although with as much rain as we've had, I don't know if it would have been any good. We've had friends have to replant multiple times and got washed out. Their garden, it's growing, but it's a mess. But so anyway, but yes, they're not making any more dirt and they're not making any more land, and so that is definitely the thing. And trading out the hunt and the pursuit of more things, uh, yeah, that's it. Keith commented, I'm glad he did. Leasing land, moving his cattle around from paddock to paddock, and making amazing field growth. Yes. And so Looking forward to that. But anyway, so that being that, that's kind of where that's at. Kind of take a minute. Jeff had mentioned this is the last week of lives as far as the and his last week, and I hate that, Jeff. I really do. Good morning, Dyer Family Farm. Good morning, Jack. Hope this finds you well. We just played your redneck weather report. Hope you're doing well, feeling better. I know things have been tough lately, and we've been praying for you, buddy. But good to see you in. And anyway, and this is the last week of morning, the morning show, and I hate it. I'm sad about it in a lot of ways. I am looking forward to. I like that, Scotty. I'm gonna put that up. The I'm looking forward to Saturdays. I'm looking forward to being back with Bro on the screen every episode. Us getting back to where we started, which was me and him. We're going to keep the same format. There'll be the opening monologue. We'll do the roll call and redneck weather report. And then we'll begin a period of time of uh, um, doing a period of time where we talk about what the banter, well, I guess you will, back and forth. We're going to have maybe some guest spots. And, that we can maybe have people on a panel. We're going to, of course, have the brain buster and have, the thought for the day or quote for the day, and of course the upcoming events. So the format will basically stay the same, and you know, so we're going to keep that. And like I said, Jeff, I mean, hopefully, maybe you'll have a Saturday here and there that pops in, and certainly watch us on the replay because we will miss you, buddy. I promise you. In a very short time, we've got where we love having you in here, and we your comments and your contributions is to it have been enjoyable, and somebody who's living a different life up there where you're at, and in a place that most wouldn't expect it. So we've loved hearing about it. And but anyway, and I seen it, like you said, just getting the garden in. It's been a mud hole. I understand. There's a lot of people having to replant late. Uh, yeah, Jack. But hopefully you can join us, Jack. I don't know how much you've been up on what's going on, but we're going to be doing it Saturday mornings at 7 a.m. Keith and I are going to be doing a 1 hour live every Saturday. Same format, kind of taking the best of all of it and putting it together. And of course, hey, we're looking at, we're hopeful to be able to bring Mr. P back, Dakota, or our other nephew and producer when we're doing things. So have him back in, and there's a lot of things from the old, kind of mixing the old and the new. So like I said, we're not going anywhere. We're just having to change the way we did things. And Jack, you made it a lot of times, and we appreciate it, even if it's just jumping in and saying hi. And of course, as often as I was live and we got time, you were there doing your redneck weather report, and we're going to keep that going. And thank you, bro, for putting up the link to Muddy Acres, to Jeff's page there. Definitely, y'all guys, go check him out. Interact with Jeff there, especially if you like trapping, hunting, that kind of thing. If you like, that stuff, I know he's got some great stuff. Uh, Thank you, Wolf. You're absolutely right. And we appreciate you sharing that scripture. But anyway, so that's where that's at. We're looking forward to Saturday. We are not, just because of the holiday and everything that we've got going on, we're not going to do Front Porch Friday this Friday. We are going to do shows through Thursday, and then we will start the new Saturday routine this Saturday, the 5th, at 7 a.m. Central Standard. Lone Cross Scotty says, sit down tabler Saturday. Don't know. Y'all can call it that. And but yeah, it's just going to go back to the Farm to Table Show. It won't say Morning Edition or anything like that. It's just going to be the number 2 table show. Kind of getting our branding back going on that. And Jeff shares a little bit there. Channel is mostly trapping related and may throw in some homesteading stuff, though. Jeff, because of the unique challenges you've talked about facing up there, I bet there's some interest in what you have to overcome. But, and then the trapping, there's a lot of people into that, and the hunting and trapping. So, again, it's good to have the variety of those channels. And like I said, super excited. Look forward to continuing, hopefully, to see you in other chats, but hopefully, get you. It's definitely a skill, and it's a skill that not everybody possesses. So when Bro says that it's trapping fits into homesteading just fine. That's right. Um, but anyway, so that's kind of what's coming up. Tomorrow's episode is. Let me see if I can go back to it. Where was I at? Of course, scroll down through here. Tomorrow we are going to be. Yeah, I've got to go all the way bottom. From consumers to citizens, reclaiming civic strength through local action. So we're going to kind of get into what y'all can do from that aspect of things. So a little different turn tomorrow, but I think it's going to be a great show nonetheless. Anyway, so let's move right along here and let's get on over to the brain buster for today. I love this one, Jeff. I don't know. This might be hurtful. If it rains on a Sunday, does that mean it's now rain day? Question mark. If it rains on a Sunday, does that mean it's now a rain day? I don't know. Anyway, there we go. But anyway, maybe some food for thought. Hurt your head. Somebody have an answer. Uh, but anyway, quote of the day. Uh, and this so ties into today. And I've loved this quote since I first read it. But the greatest fine art of the future will be the making of a comfortable living from a small piece of land. Abraham Lincoln. Um, and I do believe that was, I want to read it again. The greatest fine art of the future will be the making of a comfortable living from a small piece of land. Abraham Lincoln. And I think somewhere along the way that got lost. Uh, yeah, let's see where we at. Always willing to tell. I'm going to go over to Jeff real quick. Always willing to teach if people reach out. That's good. And he makes tan and make hats, mittens, etc. And I'm with you. Wish you was closer. Hook you up with Oklahoma Homestead Rendezvous. Uh, Tracy, you got it. I appreciate that. You got the instead of having front porch Friday, have front Thursday. Maybe Cody, maybe this Thursday we'll do it a little different. I don't know. Kind of see. I'll talk to Keith. Kind of see what I think he's out that day. I think him and his wife are doing some stuff that day, but we may do something. May just open it up for. In fact, I may just call the audible and we just may open up the panel. I'll put the link up, and anybody who's here and wants to join, and we'll just spend the day maybe kind of hanging out and doing that. Might be a good idea, Code Man. That might become prophetic. Thanks, Abraham Lincoln. Yes, perhaps. Uh, I like this, Jack. So you're saying every day is Sunday except for the cloudy ones, more the rainy ones. I prefer every day is Sunday over every day is Monday because man, that attitude hurts, and I get there sometimes. But anyway, I like that, Jay. That's good. Let me see. Where are we at? Let's see. Upcoming events. We need to wrap this because I do got to go to work. Sadly. Anyway, yeah, there may be some more stuff that I don't have, but we're real short today. Ozarks Homesteading Expo I was talking about. September 5th and 6th, Marshfield, Missouri. You can find information out on them on Facebook or just Google Ozarks Homesteading Expo. I know they're currently taking applications for volunteers, which is a great way to get up there and get to experience an expo from a different side. The lineup is phenomenal and getting better, and so looking forward to being up there and hanging with everybody. Um, and then Oklahoma Homestead Rendezvous that Keith mentioned, September 26th and 27th at the Southeast Expo Center in McAllister, Oklahoma. Looking forward to that one. It as well is becoming a great event. It was good the first year. It's going to be great this year. Continuing to work harder and grow towards that. So super looking forward to that. And of course, then Homesteaders of America Conference, October 10th and 11th in Front Royal, Virginia. Anyway, um, I was, by the way, and I don't get to watch a lot of stuff, but I seen this the other day that Kevin and Sarah from Living Traditions are kind of going to take a break from from their YouTube channel. I'm not sure all the details, but they are going to be at the Ozarks Homesteading Expo this year. Again, this is the only place they used to go, and so maybe one of the last chance to get to hear them speak in public and get to visit with them there at Ozarks Homesteading Expo, because apparently they're stepping away from the YouTube for a while. Not sure the reasons, but anyway, so that's just some interesting. One more reason to be up there, and I like that hashtag Scotty, hashtag God speaks to all. I like that. That's good stuff. Folks, that is a wrap for today on the Farm to Table Show Morning Edition. Thanks for joining us as we strive towards building stronger communities for now and in the future. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to hit the like button, give us the old thumbs up, share it with your friends, subscribe to our channels on Facebook, YouTube, X, and Rumble. It is the best way to stay connected and help grow the conversation about food, farming, and community. And until next time, keep your roots deep and your vision growing. Good food starts with great people just like you. And remember, we are hashtag stronger together, hashtag think outside the big box store, shop local, hashtag tablers unite, hashtag connect and grow, and all those great and wonderful hashtags that pop up in here all the time. Uh, and today was episode 130. Can you believe that? 130. I know it didn't change it to episode 123. I don't know what happened there. It's episode 130. 130 episodes, crazy. And but anyway, thank you all for being along on this journey and along on this ride, and we're looking forward to many more experiences together. I still say Rumble is a dating site. Thank you. uh, it sounds like it, right? But anyway, that is awesome. Appreciate the laugh on the way out the door. That's great. Anyway, be a blessing to someone today, even if it's just a smile or make somebody laugh. That'll be that makes it all worthwhile. It might be the highlight of their day. Listen, folks, we will see you all on the other side. We'll be back. Uh, uh, we'll be back tomorrow morning, 6 a.m. Look forward to seeing you all here. Again, have a blessing. Have a blessed day. Be a blessing to someone. We'll see you all on the other side, and we're going to hand this to Hank to get us on out of here. Take it away, Hank.
No humans were harmed in the production of this podcast.